Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Hollywood After Dark, episode number 26. Gina Carano denied an Emmy for The Mandalorian. There is a lot of drama over the Justice League motion comic. And Space Jam has surprisingly delivered, and that makes me sad inside. Let's talk about it right now. Hey everyone, how you guys doing tonight? Welcome to the show. It's Hollywood After Dark, episode 26. Today is the 17th of July, 2021, and it's a good day. It's actually a good day. Although Mad Max the Mandalorian here saying Space Jam Legacy was fun, it doesn't make it part of a good day, Max. Of course, you have the link to come in if you want to come in and defend your position. Then by all means do so. But in the meantime, hey, what's going on? Sil is actually awake when I'm live. Yeah, I know, right? Usually you're never around. That's cool. How are things with you? Hope things are well. Apparently, I'll be meeting Mikey Sutton in person in like a few weeks. So looking forward to that one. Adam Burke here says, it's a good day to die hard. Yeah, sure it is, buddy. Every day is a good day to die hard, right? Every day is also a good day not to die. So we have that. No, but tonight's been really fascinating. Tonight's been really kind of fascinating. A lot going on. This whole motion comic drama thing to me is kind of fascinating, to be honest with you. And I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But definitely there's some stuff to talk about here. Oh, Yvonne here says, just saw The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Really enjoyed it. Nice. I need to see it. I need to see Fear Street. I need to see Tomorrow War. I need to see a lot. And I'm hopefully going to get to that maybe tonight. I don't think I'm going to do a super long stream, maybe hour and a half, and then maybe I'll sit down in bed and I'll watch a movie. Let's see here. Jess says, I want my life back from Space Jam: A New Legacy. That's right. Yeah, you were talking about that in the Discord, Jess. You were saying that you gave it a 3 out of 10. That's right. Mike here says, Jarbo, we missed you, King. With a crown. I don't think I deserve a crown. I think I'm just an average man. Just an average man with an average life and an average penis, and I'm okay. Thank you. So Geeks here says, smash the like button. That's right. Do it. Adam here saying, stop the stream. Go watch The Fear Street. Yeah, maybe. How isn't Rhea a mod yet? Hold on. Let me fix that because Rhea is here quite often. I'll make her a mod. I'm going to make Sil a mod as well because I want to give that man responsibility when I probably shouldn't. No, that's all right. I like Sil quite a bit. And let me make Mad Max the Mandalorian a mod. If anything, just to guilt him for not making me a mod in his chat. So there you go. On that one there. All right. Let's see. Rational Skeptic here says, Matt, you should read Star Wars comics to your kids to get them into Star Wars. Yeah, maybe. You can get it all now digital. Here's the thing. My girlfriend's mom for last Christmas bought my 2-year-old. Well, sorry, she was 3 at the time. Bought my 3-year-old an iPad Air 2. Like a brand new iPad Air 2. And we're like, she's fucking 3. Like what? It's still sitting unopened. I'm like, I just don't have anything to do with it yet. So there's that. So Dan the man here, you're a mod and you're a mod. Everyone's a mod. That's right. And not Oprah. I don't give away cars, man. I give away mod wrenches because that's how I roll. That's how you develop a solid community of people like these channel members right here. Let me pimp them out for a hot second. These guys help keep the lights on. I really appreciate everybody. And so thank you all for that 100%. And by the way, so we got right off the bat, we got RJ is coming on in, complete with a new avatar. So if you don't know that it's RJ, this is RJ.
Hi, what's up?
Hi, curious, what's up with the new Abby?
Just feel like I need to rebrand a little bit, mix things up.
Sure, but it's like, those are some Alabama teeth on the bottom jaw there. I'm just kind of wondering what's going on with that saw jaw. It's like, aha, I'm out here, I'm trying to cut down this log like a beaver. Nah.
Oh, no, I'm never gonna not think about that when I look at this. Thank you.
Good, because you know what beavers do with wood? They
They eat it.
they eat it like a snack.
God damn it.
Anyway, right off the bat, throwing a little bit of jokey jokes at RJ here. So anyway, I do appreciate everyone coming on in, and I do want to before we get into the whole thing with the Lightcast bit, with the motion comic, I did just want to kind of like have a little bit of fun talking about the Emmy nominations, right? Kind of Gina Carano getting a little bit on the getting totally denied, and a lot of people I know are mad about this, right? But I just want you guys to remember that Gina Carano did everything wrong, and Gina Carano ultimately shot first. And I would love to put that on a t-shirt and actually wear that to a Fandom Menace meeting, because that would totally make them mad. It'd be hysterical. Like, what are you doing? You can't make fun of our goddess Gina. Why? Did you guys use it for coupon code 25% off your daily Wire subscription?
Perhaps.
Perhaps they did.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the chat and I saw Reyes comment and I'm just done.
Let's see. RJ's Abby's having Big Mama Bayonetta vibes. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Max here says, I would come on, but I'm playing Halo 5.
Yeah, I told him I feel bad for him because Halo 5 is probably the worst Halo. So
I'll tell you that I got Halo 5 when it came out back in 2015, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I played it. I think the last time I played it was right after it came out. I played the online Warzone mode or whatever it was called with Chris Raygun for like 2 hours, and we just chit chatted, and that was it. And that was, other than that, I haven't gone back to it. I have Games Pass, so I can get it again on my Xbox Series S. And I'm still like, I would just rather play Skyrim. You know, like let me just play Skyrim. At least that is something I know is not going to damage me as much as the 343 has to the Halo brand.
No, I understand that. It's a much better investment of time. Although I am excited for Halo Infinite. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah, no, Halo Infinite's going to be good. It looks like they finally went back and they changed a lot of stuff with it, or they listened to fans. And I'm hoping that it's good. I'm hoping that it's going to be good. But anyway, here, let's bring up this image right off the bat. So this is the one that kind of kicked this whole thing off. For some reason here, what you had is Lucasfilm dropping this advert for Emmy nominations, right? For your consideration for trying to get the Mando a lot of Emmy nods. And obviously Pedro Pascal and Giancarlo Esposito, Tamara Morrison, that makes sense. And then supporting actress Gina Carano, which is just really fascinating because you figure like okay.
Yeah, wasn't a lot of that like part of the contracts though? They go in there and say, "Oh, well, you have to market this actor for Emmys or awards."
I'm sure, yeah. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I really am sure that's part of it. But they did. I mean, to their credit, they like it was really funny that she got nominated for supporting actress, even though everyone was like, her acting kind of sucks, but that's okay. You know, like that's kind of the Cara Dune character is not meant to be like the best actress. She beats people up and she knows how to use heavy weaponry. That's great, you know. But then they released the actual, the actual Emmy nods here for supporting actress in a drama series. Gillian Anderson, Helena Bonham Carter, both for The Crown. Emerald Fennell also for The Crown. Wow, I didn't know Emerald Fennell was in that because she was a writer director of that one, pretty young woman, whatever it was called.
Oh yeah. The Oscar she's
doing
the Zatanna movie for DC.
And she's writing the Zatanna movie, yeah. And Anjanou Ellis and Ann Dowd, and then also Yvonne Strahovski and Samara Wiley. I mean, look, you can see here is A Handmaid's Tale and The Crown kind of took away with it.
I know Yvonne Strahovski from Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Here's a fun fact about Mass Effect 2 and the Miranda character that she played. Did you know that they mirrored her face?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so Miranda is designed to be like the perfect woman, right? Like perfection. So Yvonne Strahovski, what they did is they took one half of her face and they just mirrored it on the other half for perfect symmetry. Because how we gauge beauty, especially in someone's face, is through symmetry. The more symmetrical a face is, the more attractive we find it. And so they just took her face and they just folded one half over the other. I don't know which half. I don't care. She's hot in real life and in the game. And you really should watch Chuck, by the way. If you want to enjoy Yvonne Strahovski, 5 seasons of Chuck.
Everybody loves Chuck.
She has sex with Shazam in that show.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was Zachary Levi.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's been.
Yeah.
I have not watched Chuck in a long time.
Chuck's actually a solid show. It's a really solid show. Fan movement. The fans got Subway involved to save that show, by the way.
What did Jared come out and save Chuck?
I don't think so, and thank God for that. Maybe he did. I have no idea. They've buried him so far down into the history of Subway. You know, like they're just like, no, Jared Fogle doesn't exist. Who is this person? They've tried to memory hole him at this point, and everyone's just like, that dude is nasty. But yeah, so that's so no Gina Carano on here, and it kind of here's the thing, it kind of shuts the door to the whole process, right? It kind of shuts the door to everything, because the reason why I say that has a lot to do with the fact that now that she is done, like no Emmy nod, she's done. She can now go back to developing her movie with Daily Wire or whoever else is going to be trying to take her on, and then move on from Star Wars. But this was kind of like the last straw. This was like, if she had been nominated, what would have been really funny, RJ, would have been if she was nominated for an Emmy, and it was done by someone who was really anti like cancel culture at the Emmys, who just like modified the voting, the ballots, the count in order to get her a nomination.
Yes, the election was rigged.
Just to that would be an election rigging that I would, you know what, to be honest with you, I would sit there and go, yeah, I'm okay with it. And I'll tell you why I'm okay with it. It's because mostly I really freaking hate these award shows. So make it interesting.
Yeah, you know? Is the Emmys going to have a host this year or no?
Yeah, they're going to have a host. I think was there a host last year?
I don't remember because I don't care enough to pay attention.
Yeah. I think the Golden Globes had Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, because they usually do the Golden Globes.
Please don't do no host, because the Oscars was a disaster.
Oh no, but the Oscars have been dying anyway. The Oscars have been dying
but that's like a corpse walking around.
Oh yeah. No. It just exposed how bad it is in Hollywood when it comes to these award shows. Like that's really what it boils down to. It just shows you that like the fact that its viewership almost halved from 2020 to 2021 really goes to show you like just how much people don't care about the affluent life of celebrities because it doesn't impact them, and how much these award shows are literally just meant to glad hand each other. You know, it's like, hey, everybody, let's go get dressed up and go and like, you know, give each other awards. Ooh, you know, like never mind the fact that it's like half of these movies are just like you've never heard of. And that's so they try to mix it up every once in a while. Like, you know, back in 2009 when the District 9 was up for Best Picture. And I think Christopher Nolan was up for Best Director for The Dark Knight. I think even The Dark Knight got nominated.
Could for Best Picture?
I got a bunch of noms. I know it did Best.
No. I remember now. The Dark Knight did not get nominated for Best Picture. That's why the Academy extended the amount of nominees that category could have, because people were so upset about it.
Yeah. It's just terrible. I mean, that's a long time ago too. We're in
Remember the most popular film category they were going to do?
Yes. And you know what everybody said? Just give it to Black Panther. We know you want to give it to Black Panther.
Well, that's why they made it, so they could just give it that award.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They totally did that. And then they ended up
for ratings.
Well, yeah, but then they canceled it. They decided to not do it, but then they still nominated back Black Panther for Best Picture.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you're just like,
They basically wanted to give it Best Picture, but you're not actually giving it Best Picture.
Yeah, and everyone knew what they were up to. Like everyone knew exactly what the Oscars was doing. And I'll tell you this, there was no better recipient to that. There was no better like winner in that entire thing than Kevin Feige. Because he got to go up there and he's like, yeah, you know, he got to go to the red carpet events and he got to put on the tux and he had to take off the hat. But he's up there as like, because Best Picture is Best Producer. That is what that award is. That is for the producers. And so the producers, like if the producers win, you know, if you win Best Picture, that would have meant that Kevin Feige would have then gotten an Oscar for producing Black Panther, the Best Picture of the year, which would have just made, his stock in Hollywood like skyrocket.
Yeah.
I mean, more so
That
than it
was
already
also the
is.
same year that Spider-Verse won for Best Animated Feature.
That is true. The fact that Spider-Verse beat out Toy Story, I was really surprised with.
Yeah, what else was nominated that year?
No, it wasn't Toy
also,
Story. It wasn't Toy Story. It was Incredibles 2.
Oh, and Frozen 2.
Yeah. Frozen 2 was pretty terrible.
I like Frozen 2.
I hate Frozen. I hate Frozen.
I love the Frozen movies. I'm sorry.
How those movies are terrible.
They're
terrible.
full of a lot of charm, great characters, and a great story.
Oh, I'll put it to you. No, the story is garbage, but I do like the characters, and that's kind of where I'm at in a weird way. So it's like this. Like Frozen 1, we got Frozen 1 at my drive-in in November 2013, like the preview night. We got it on preview night. And I'm watching it with my coworker, and we get halfway through the movie, and I look at him, I'm all like, dude, something about this movie feels real off. It just feels real off. I don't know what it is yet. And my friend was a misogynist, and he's like, I bet you it was written by a woman. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Turns out it was Jennifer Lee, who now runs Walt Disney's, animation.
Yeah,
right.
Their most prized studio in many regards.
Yeah, I know that John Lasseter built up, and they've done well in his absence. I'll grant them that.
Yeah, okay. Raya was good.
Raya was good, and I think it needed to have more plot development in regards to like the world building. But yeah, for what it was really good. They've got the Monsters at Work show is awesome. I really like that quite a bit.
I think Pete Docter's probably doing the best job though with Pixar. I think Pixar's on a roll lately.
I mean, sure, maybe.
I mean, Coco, Soul, those are both absolutely fantastic. And I loved Luca. Luca was fantastic.
Oh no, I love Luca. Yeah, we've watched Luca like 20 times in my household, right? Still straight too, so I'm not gay, so it's definitely not coded on that one. I'm kidding. But no, we've watched Luca a bunch, loved it, love Soul. I like Onward. But like, there's something about it that still really bothers me.
It feels more like a DreamWorks movie than a Pixar movie.
It does, but I'll tell you one of the biggest problems I have with that movie though is Octavia Spencer. She should not have voiced the Manticore, not at all. Her voice does it's like when she's having that that crisis of faith inside when at the Manticore's tavern or whatever it's called, and she's like, "What have I?" She's like, "What am I doing? What have I become?" And it just doesn't match the character in that moment. That because otherwise she does okay, but like when she's trying to be overly dramatic, it just, I don't know, if the performance fell flat for me. But Julia Louis-Dreyfus was amazing as the mom. I liked Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, thought they had good chemistry together, and I liked the world building of Onward quite a bit. And I mean, yeah, but I agree with you. I mean, I love Pixar films, but I really want them to start putting them back in theaters.
Oh, they will. I think the next one they're doing is Lightyear, isn't it? Or no, it's Turning Red.
Turning Red, yeah. That comes out this fall.
That feels like a streaming movie, though. I got to be honest.
I still haven't seen the trailer yet, so I have no idea.
I mean, listen, it's an interesting concept. Like a girl turns into a giant red panda whenever she gets shy or nervous or anxious. It's like an allegory for puberty. But it's like, it just feels small scale. It feels like a streaming movie. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I kind of look at it like, like Luca, it could be a streaming movie or, probably more than being a theatrical. I think Soul was definitely a theatrical. Onward could have played. I mean, it did play in theaters for like a week. Before
I remember I was going to go to theaters, but that was the week that COVID hit the fan. That was like the first week it came out. I was like, nope, I'm staying home.
Yeah. Let's see. Rhea here says Coco was good, a bit disappointed with Soul, but it was a fine looking movie. I didn't watch Luca yet though. Didn't care for The Last Dragon, unfortunately. Luca's really solid. It's a good movie. It's a good coming of age movie about two young boys that are just like kind of, one is overly protected by his parents, the other one isn't at all. It's the exact opposite. And this is them being friends.
And it's definitely not gay. It's not gay.
No, if anything, Luca and Julia have got a little bit of a bit more of a friendship going on, but it serves different masters. You know what I mean? Like when you're best friends with someone over one thing, and then you meet somebody else who piques another part of your interest. That kind of mentality. Yeah. So that's a little bit what it is, how I view it. But I mean, again, the acting is fantastic. The animation is fantastic.
Do you think they're going to make Incredibles 3, by the way?
I saw the comment there. I mean, that and look, I'm just gonna say I do think that the number one property not being utilized by Pixar is Incredibles. I think in the age of superhero movies, being as big as they are, Disney should look at the Incredibles and go, okay, this is popular. Let us, really roll with this.
Yeah.
And I didn't see Incredibles 2 until it came to Disney Plus. I don't
Really, I wanted to go see that opening day.
Yeah,
Dude.
I just couldn't get to it at the
impalpable.
Oh no, I mean I was working in theaters when Incredibles came out. I remember watching it a bunch as when it dropped in '04, but I just didn't get the chance to go see Incredibles 2 until it came out on Disney Plus. And then I watched it a bunch because it was absolutely amazing, as I knew it would be. But the thing too is if you go and you look at, like, let's say Incredibles is like very much a take on it's a riff on the Watchmen.
Yeah, in many ways, yeah.
And that's totally okay. Now Jesse here says Incredibles versus Big Hero 6. Incredibles for me, but I do love Big Hero 6.
Yeah, I love Big Hero 6 as well. That should have had a sequel. They did make an animated series spinoff.
The animated is a continuation of the main movie.
Yeah, it is.
Complete with all the voice actors, with the exception of, I think, like one or two of them.
I think it was T.J. Miller. I don't think
T.J. Miller, didn't come back, which is kind of, well, he had his own controversies around.
Whatever happened to him, by the way? Didn't he get arrested?
He got arrested for calling in a fake bomb threat on a train. And that's what got him.
I guess he's not coming back for Deadpool 3.
Yeah, he's not coming back for Deadpool 3. And they did actually make a joke about that in Deadpool 2. Because people were saying, "Oh, are you going to recast, are you going to recast TJ Miller in Deadpool 2? Are you going to recast him with Kevin Spacey because of the whole thing with all the money in the world?" And they said they put a Christopher Plummer joke in one of the scrolling news feeds. It was like when oh God, what's the name of the other guy? Cable. When Cable was watching the TV or something like that, they had like a little Christopher Plummer gag in the background. So, I mean, they clearly were aware of it, but no, Weasel, I mean, they might bring him back. He's like, the thing with TJ Miller is he's still acting. He was in that movie Underwater with Kristen Stewart that came out, January of last year. And he's been in a few things. He's still touring. I still follow him on Twitter. He's still out there like acting all the time, and he's doing comedy shows. And every time he says something kind of obnoxious, I just kind of want to go like, bomb threat, but I don't because he's trying to move past it. And I kind of understand that. I kind of get that a little bit.
Yeah. Real quick before we move on to like whatever you want to talk about next. They're making God's Not Dead 4.
They're doing
God's Not Dead 4, and it's called, what's it called? God's Not Dead, We the People. And it's going to be about freedom of speech. So I'm thinking Gina Carano is going to appear.
Maybe. I'm just gonna say this: when it comes to hardcore religious fanatics, free speech is not necessarily a tenet of which they preach.
Well, it's going to be about freedom of speech and religious liberties. It's going to be about the David A.R. White going to Washington, D.C. So,
are any religious freedoms being snuffed out in this country?
Well, God's Not Dead 4 will tell us about that, Jarbo.
That's gonna be a fun time.
I mean, the second one talked about religion in the classroom. So,
oh my God. Here's the thing. I tell you guys this. I really wish I was a grifter, right? Like, I really wish I was a grifter because it would be like I could make so much money by just lying to people. I mean, look at like Doomcock. He's out there going like, the sequel trilogy will be decanonized. Rumor.
Stay angry, my friends.
All that shit. But just imagine selling angry religious text to people, right? Or angry religious content to people, or anything with Dean Cain.
Well, that's what PureFlix has built its business off of. So
yeah, it's just like, it's like, look, and honestly, and they make a lot of money. Like when the Passion of the Christ came out, there were churches that were organizing actual like events around this. They would rent buses, and they would bus people to the movie theater to go watch a 2-hour snuff film about Jesus getting beat to shit and killed. and that was like a religious holiday, a religious excursion for them.
Well, it was like an event.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you. Like, I mean, I understand, like, you read it in the Bible and then you want to see the adaptation on the big screen, but still.
Yeah, aren't they making a sequel, by the way?
They've talked about doing a sequel to The Passion of the Christ, which takes place, I think it's like was it Good Friday? Is that when it is, when the resurrection?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes. The whole thing's just going to be like, Jesus in a cave. Have you seen how crazy though Jim Caviezel has gotten?
No, I've not.
Oh, dude, he's like full on QAnon now.
Really?
Yeah, there was a like an anti-vax rally that was going on, or there was some kind of rally.
Yeah, I'm looking up at his wiki page, and the first thing it says in 2021, Caviezel endorsed elements of the far right QAnon conspiracy theory.
He did a thing where he was talking about adrenochroming children. About how the elite wants to adrenochrome children. It's like, wait, what, dude? You're kind of part of the elite, aren't you? Like, haven't you been, like, you're kind of a household name. You've been in a lot of stuff. You crazy, son. You crazy. But it's just, now Rodney here makes a great point. He says, black people did the same thing when Black Panther came out, renting buses and buying out entire screenings. Oh no, that's very true. They did. That's very true. So, I just saying, it's like, there's a lot of money though in very, very, very specifically niched content. Anyway, Rhea here says, honestly, if you're not grifting on YouTube, then why are you even here? I know, Rhea, that is so weird. Why am I here? Perhaps you may want to become a channel member and find out.
Yes, become a channel member and find out.
Anyway. Let's see. Sil Hill says, my channel grew once I figured that out. Yeah. That's very true. But all right. So here's something that's been going on that I think we need to kind of talk about. And
yes, that's why you brought me here.
Yes. You're like, I want to go to bed. Damn it, man. So there is this motion comic that has been talked about. Some people out there who are fans of the Snyderverse are doing a motion comic that is going to be not for profit, so no money passing hands. That's meant to raise money for AFSP, and it's meant to kind of tell the story of Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 based upon the storyboards that Zach had posted, they put out at that event in Dallas.
Yeah, the outdated ones that apparently are not reflective of the actual movies that Zach wants to make now at this point.
Yes, the absolutely outdated ones that they want to do. And so there's been a bit of controversy around that, mostly over what people are saying is just tracing other artists like Jim Lee and
Jason Fabuk or Fabuk. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
I'm not too sure. I'm not. I'll tell you this. I don't really know much about the artists. To be fair, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, the biggest one is Jim Lee. That's the one that people are getting upset about.
Yeah, that is the one people are getting a little bit ticked off at. Now, I did talk about this the other day on a stream, and I think I made a standalone video about it. Now, this project is being called the Dreamscapes of Justice League, a motion comic, but even some copyright people have said don't call it that. Like, don't call it that. Call it like the Dreamscapes of Zack Snyder. Don't put Justice League there, because this right here is Justice League. That is the font that was used in the actual advertisements. And so Warner's might clap down on that pretty hard. Mm-hmm. And looking here at just the description from the trailer, we can see here that it's being directed by Matthew Miranda and Maruf Hussein. Now, when I criticize Matthew Miranda, who also is Lightcast, who I'm just personally not a fan of, I was told that he is not directing it. Never mind that it did say here that he is directing it. So that's a little bit weird. But it is based on the original storyboards by Zack Snyder, Jim Lee, and Jeff Johns. So they're using that as a way to tell that story, and they have Ray Porter doing the narration, and also Henry Lennox, as well as a lot of other people are going to be out there.
Yeah, Ray Porter will be there as Darkseid as well.
Yes, which I have said, and I stand by my statement on this, that him doing an unofficial production basically means that his contract is up, and they probably won't be renewing it.
I mean, I don't know if I go that far, but I
No,
mean,
that's you have to understand, RJ. That is how the industry works. If you are paid to be a character and you are that character in an unofficial production, it doesn't matter what the reason is. That, and remember, that word charity doesn't apply here. When we're talking intellectual property rights, the word charity doesn't apply. So it's one of those things where it's like he's no longer playing the role. And so
well, couldn't
he's
they
gonna
sign a new contract though?
would they could well, if he's gonna go out and do these unofficial projects, why would they?
Well, I mean, this isn't. I mean, having other actors who have been like, I mean, Thomas Jane did a fan film for The Punisher.
True. And that was in 2007,
Yeah.
I think. And his movie was in 2004. And he never went back to the role.
Well, I mean, what about like? I mean, well, I don't know for sure. Haven't like Star Trek actors done fan
Star
film
Trek actors,
participation?
yes. They have. They've reprised their role for fan films. Again, well after we ever saw them in anything again. So
Wow.
it's like, and they're not talking about going back and bringing, Nichelle Nichols back on Star. They might, but you never saw Leonard Nimoy in one of those fan films, and you never saw William Shatner in one of those fan films. But you might get whoever played Chekhov, and you might get whatever. So it is, again, generally speaking, if you're going to go and reprise these roles in an unofficial production, you're not doing it through SAG. You're not doing it through whatever guild you're with. And that's a big issue as well. A lot of times though, these executives do take issue with that. So, that's kind of the thing you need to keep in mind here. I know people out there are going to like disagree with me on that, and that's my take, and that's fine. Peter Rabbit's Defender here says Matthew Miranda's a cool dude though. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, behind the scenes, there's been a lot of accusations of bullying in regards to try to get scoops to pass on to Taylor from the Cultured Nerd. There's a whole thing from behind the scenes, and some people even in this chat, I know for a fact, are fully aware of that. So no, it's that's my take on it though, and he's hit me up also pushing for things to do.
Rodney
Anyway.
P actually asked a good question about children's hospitals. Like, what's the difference between like how like Chris Evans or like Tom Holland will go to a children's hospital as their characters?
That's not being filmed.
They take photographs of it though, don't they?
But that's not
it?
well. That's not an unofficial production. That's going to go out. That is like a cameo sort of thing, where like they're not going to. It's different because if they're taking pictures, that's still photography. That's not considered like videography, or that's not considered like an actual production. That is going to be a continuation of the main canon storyline, or a continuation of that character in, I guess you could say, the setting of which it's originally from. So, having like Chris Evans go out there in Captain America, or like when Ryan Reynolds stole the Deadpool costume, or, Johnny Depp as Captain Jack. They're doing that at that point. They are playing those characters, but they are playing those characters in a very limited, non-produced capacity that is not being broadcast on the internet or in a movie theater.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
There are things there about like where it's put out and how it's put out. It's a whole thing. It's not as cut and dry in some cases, but for the most part, like, and also like when it comes to, let's say, Johnny Depp, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Evans, no one is going to push back on them. Someone like Ray Porter, who doesn't have a lot of, like he does voice acting work, and he's very good at it. He'll be able to find work doing other things, but we can already tell that with the New Gods being canceled and the way that they're taking things, Darkseid probably isn't going to be making a comeback.
I mean, you never know.
No,
you never know.
I'm not going to relitigate this because I tell you
guys.
I
know.
I have explained so many times. It's always meant that, well, no, don't pull a Max on me. Max here says wouldn't want to upset a possible official return. And that's the case. And then also Sil here says sometimes the studio sets up those hospital visits. And that is also very true. So there are other things with that too. The studios generally tend to approve a lot of this kind of stuff.
Right.
So my girlfriend just messaged me. She's like, I can hear you talking.
Too loud, Mac. Goddamn.
Too loud. You're too loud. You're going to wake the baby. No, not at all. But anyway, let's take a look here at this. This is coming in from Reddit. This is because this is on the DC cinematic group. This is definitely a group full of a lot of DC fans. What we're talking about here is
Oh wow, I didn't even know I made a Reddit.
262,000 people are in this group, and they're the ones out, and they're talking about this whole thing, about the dreamscapes of Justice League in motion comic are traced. This is a controversy right now because it needs to be. Oh, and before we go in, here's just a quick thought. I mentioned this before on the other video I made too. Where's Ray Fisher in all of this? That's my question. So, that's a question.
I mean, maybe he's busy.
To give his voice. I mean, come on. If it's for charity, RJ, it's for charity.
I don't know what's going on. I don't talk to Ray Fisher personally. I don't know what's going on.
See what I mean? Anyway, I'm just kind of being a jerk. Don't mind me. No, okay. So this is one of the images that came out from the motion comic, and it looks fantastic. It does. It looks really good. But I'm not gonna lie, RJ. When I first saw this, you know what my first thought was? It looks too good. I'm not kidding you. It looks too good. And it looks kind of familiar to an extent. And so it's like, so someone put this one here and then they put it up against an official comic panel, very similar.
Yeah, that's Jason Fabuk. I think that's how you say his name.
And so it's very similar. It's a little different, but it's still like, the mouth is a little different and everything else. I mean, I don't think I can zoom in on this very well. Let me see if I can. It's like it's kind of.
Well, more people were pointing out the Jon Stewart.
Yeah, the Jon Stewart look here is basically identical, and then Kilowog is very close to that as well. But this is basically an identical look. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say tracing, but it is definitely inspired by.
Yeah, and that's something that Lightcast, I believe, tweeted out that they are in some images they were taking inspiration.
I do have that tweet up here as well. And then you've got this image here.
This was the one that got people upset. This is the one that
this,
I saw really kind of took things to a new level.
Oh yeah, no, because flat out, this is definitely one that caught a lot of people's attention. So you've got this image here of Wonder Woman. And it's not even like Gal Gadot. Doesn't look anything like her. But then again, likeness rights are a thing, so there's that. And she's got like the cape right there. And I mean, this is Jim Lee art right here. I don't know why the hell that's stupid.
What the heck is thing? Yeah, what the hell is that?
I don't know. It's like I can't get rid of it. It screws up sometimes. Oh God, let me just refresh it. Stupid.
Damn you, Reddit.
No, it's an extension I have. Okay, so you got this here, and then you've got this look here, and it's a little different, but at the same time, it's also pretty damn identical.
Well, especially the hair. The hair
is a giveaway. Yeah, the color palette's a bit different, but it's still very similar. And a lot of people are having, and I think there's a legitimate concerns to be made about that, to be honest with you.
No, and I understand why people are concerned about this because again, plagiarism in the art community is a very big deal. I mean, we joked. I think it was a couple streams ago. We were talking about Butch Hartman. He got into trouble for tracing a Japanese artist's drawing of an Attack on Titan character. It's a big no-no in the art community to trace over other people's work. That's something that can get you in a lot of trouble. Like people get very upset and defensive about that.
Yeah, especially and so I can see why people are a little bit ticked off about this. And then you got this image here of Superman, also by Jim Lee, I believe.
No, that's the motion comic right there.
Oh, that's sorry. My mistake. This is I should have the color palette was very similar. Yeah. And then you've got
the Jim Lee.
The Jim Lee one, right? So I mean, it's very similar. It's very inspired by a little bit different. And then Ryan Zieverfett has who is a friend of ours.
Yeah, I asked him about this directly on Mad Max's stream about this because he is an artist. He is working on the project, and I was curious what he thought about everything.
Yeah, and he confirmed that, he was taking inspiration from Jim Lee, who's one of his favorites, who is his favorite artist.
Yeah. Well, he drew the Flash. I know there's another artist working on drew I think the Wonder Woman piece with someone else.
Yeah. And so, I mean, clearly they are putting in the effort into this, but they are taking inspiration from a lot of known entities, a lot of known artwork. And that is something that might actually be pretty interesting down the road. Now, Syl here says they admitted inspiration only after it was called out publicly. If no one questioned it, then we never would have known, which is very true. And so having, and then he says here, my artist friends are pissed off the most because of integrity. And that is something that is also going to be something that pops up into this, because what you have is you have people that are defending this by saying, well, it's a motion comic. No one is making any money at it. What does it really matter? True. I think that is something worth, taking into consideration. And as much as I happen to not be a fan of Lightcast and Cultured Nerd, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one.
No, I think it's a really neat idea. I like the people involved with this for the most part. I think it's cool they got Harry Lennox and Ray Porter involved. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it is for a great cause, obviously, is what they're, they're trying to, raise money for AFSP, which is a great thing. They're trying to do something positive.
Oh, no, that's very true. That's very true. Now, Lightcast did, in fact, respond to this earlier this afternoon. And he says, we've seen a few concerns re the JL motion comic art, that some of our art is inspired by the drawings of Jim Lee, Jason Fabuk, and Ivan Reis. Most of the drawings you'll see on this project will be 100% newly created original art, and we're very excited for y'all to see it. You've only seen 1%. Now, that comes across like a very, boilerplate response. But what catches me, what just caught my eye about this is the fact that hashtag Justice League motion comic is the thing people are using.
Yeah, it is a hashtag. I mean, it has been covered by various publications like Screen Rant. I know wrote articles about it. I think Comic Book Movie as well.
Yeah, so why haven't they actually, why didn't he mention it here? It's a little bit weird, right? Little suspicious to an extent.
Perhaps. I mean, at the end of the day, like I told you this privately, I would like to believe that they're being honest and transparent about this, because I have no reason to doubt them as of right now. I mean, I would hope that they are taking, even if the allegations are not true on their end, that they examine what's going on and say, okay, well, let's make sure that we're being careful about this and make sure that, they're not giving ammo to people who are saying this about our work.
Yeah. Oh, no, 100%. And I think they need to come out and they need to defend it if it's that's the case. Now, this guy here, Resident Grigo, who actually is against, this guy may not be the one I'm thinking of, is talking about the copyright law of it all. But then you got this guy here, Ishmael Sanchez, who points out, let me a second, bring that up. Jesus.
Yeah, it's like Twitter.
God, I hate when people do that. It's like, just put it in multiple images.
But then they couldn't cover. Then they could cover it all. I guess I don't know.
No, you could do 4 images. All right, we'll just zoom in on this. There, that's a little bit too much. Anyway.
So wow, that's mirror right there. That pose.
Yeah. So I mean, clearly it's inspired by a bunch of different things. And in some cases, it does maybe appear that it might be a little bit too much inspired by.
Yeah, the Flash one's a bit of a stretch, though. I don't.
Well, no. The Flash one is, I mean, the pose is there.
That's a classic Flash pose, though.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, that's something somebody pointed out. But I think, you can clearly see the influences that are there. And so I'm kind of torn on it from the perspective of like, is this a bad thing? Is this a good thing? Whatever. But a lot of people are just kind of like, calling them out, like, don't lie. Inspired by, yeah, sure. I mean, this is where you're starting to see a lot of fans that are.
I'm kind of surprised by the responses that tweet's getting. Well, what's the comments on Reddit been like? I'm just curious.
The comments on Reddit have actually been a beautiful lie. Someone here says, oof, big oof. Azuritz here says, I mean, on one hand, dang, on the other, it's a free fan made cartoon. And then someone else here says, I may not be a fan of the project, but I don't see it as a big deal. However, they should have just said they were using those as a base and credit original artists and everyone would be happy. which is true. And then I agree with Still here, who says you can't hide behind charity. Again, they never would have admitted inspiration if they were never called out, which is very accurate. So that's one of those things where it's like, okay, you know. Now, the Green Speedster here says, the problem is that Lightcast claimed that it was all original art and that was some that were just inspired by the original pieces, with one of the artists even overlaying the Wonder Woman piece over Jim Lee's original to prove that point, which only proved that it was definitely traced.
I believe it's in reference to Dawson.
Did Dawson?
Yeah, he did reply to this when someone talked about the tracing thing. He did like post some pictures and talk about Photoshop or something.
That's what you were referring to when you were talking about Photoshop. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, because I know Dawson commented on this because I'm not for sure what his involvement in. I mean, Dawson's a good guy, and I believe him when he's talking about that.
Yeah, so it's like, you think what we saw only makes up 1% of the film. They'd show off something that wasn't blatantly plagiarized to back themselves up, but so far they haven't. And that is a very astute point, in my opinion.
Well, they could just be revealing stuff that they finished rather quickly, though, to give them the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps maybe the original pieces are just taking a longer time, and they want to show them off when they're ready, and they feel comfortable sharing them when they look their best.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but then again, the inspiration aspect of it probably should come out faster. Now the Green Speaker says here, these are just the ones that I noticed because he's the OP of the thread, but I wouldn't be shocked to find out there are shots of Batman, Flash, Mara that were recently shown off that were traced as well. Either way, spread the word around social media if you can. Now, this is where I think we start kind of coming into what could be like a coordinated attack against Lightcast and everyone working on this property, because there is a division in the Snyder Cut fan base right now. There has been for a while, and it's only escalating to some extent. And so if this guy is saying either way, spread the word around social media, that's kind of that kind of comes off a bit as cancel culture-y.
A little bit, yeah. I feel like it's a lot of people like mobilizing stuff. Wow, apparently they just called out another piece, actually.
Can you send me the?
Yeah, I'm putting in the private chat. Yeah.
All right, let me just.
There's like that's how I found out about this, because I follow Walt Uber Kryptonian on Twitter, and that's where I saw a lot of this.
All right, let me bring this up. I haven't seen this yet, so I don't necessarily know. I'll just go over this one. Okay. So, all right. So he says here, I'm all for this fan made comic, but not if it's tracing and stealing over other people's artwork. And so, okay, from the cultured nerd, right? I mean, yeah. Again, we've seen this side by side, but it looks very similar. The hair specifically looks very similar.
Yeah, it's kind of just recapping a lot of what we talked about, but there was a new one at the bottom. Yeah, the Batman one.
Here's this Batman piece. I mean, Batman. Yeah, let's see. Well, the stance is a bit wider.
Well, yeah, because it's a different suit.
Yeah, and then he's also like got a batarang versus the grapple.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't know, like.
But the gargoyle, that's the same fucking gargoyle.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, again, the inspiration part of it.
Which is fine. Like they're being, I mean, at least they're upfront about it right now, I guess, you know.
Well, only, like Sil said, only after being called out. And that is something that does need to be, talked about, I think. Okay. And so you said here that RJ, sorry, no, RJ, you're RJ, that Dawson has deleted the tweet. Okay, real quick here. We did get a couple super chats real quick. Mad1306 here says, did you see the DC comic of Starfire's daughter? Fans hate it, call it woke, because she's nothing like her mother, and she also looks like the writer people say.
Yes, I know what comic he's talking about. It looks absolutely horrendous.
That's the girl who's thick, right?
Yeah, the thick-looking goth girl.
Yeah, okay.
Who's the daughter of Starfire, who looks oddly similar to the writer. Of
my god, it's so much. Yeah,
by the way, apparently it's like a junior graphic novel for like kids, like teenagers.
Oh, okay.
Like it's it's not like an ongoing comic. It's like a one-off graphic novel.
Okay, somebody should. I think there's a trailer for it. Someone should send me that, and we'll take a look at it. And then Saggy here with $5.
Oh, she wants you to sing this, by the way.
Okay, she wants me to sing this. Jingle bells, RJ smells, Jarbo ran away, Saggy came to make it rain. This stream's really lame. Cool. Hit like if that made you cringe. Let me hit like on my own video.
Oh my god. All right, I linked the trailer. They turned off comments.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
no,
it
no,
has
that's very true.
16,000 downvotes.
Jeez. Okay, we'll take a look at that here in a sec. But I just want to kind of get back to this point. So, I mean, a lot of people out there, are kind of like, the comics kid is talking about this.
Is he? I stopped following him. He was kind of.
Oh my god, dude!
He's a big. I mean, he is editor-in-chief of a website.
The Geeks Worldwide is a pretty big is a
decent sized website. Plus, he has a lot of industry friends as well.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you claim with the straight face you aren't tracing, but just caught the same inspiration? Has anyone informed these artists? These guys. I mean, like,
this is getting bad.
It's like it ain't looking good. I know Zeverfet said earlier tonight that that clearly they are, that this is his right here and it's inspired. And he said he did a YouTube video, right, where he talked about it or whatever.
Yeah, no, Ryan's a good guy. I don't think they're doing this maliciously. I don't think they're doing this to like, just a copy. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I think this is made with good intentions. I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing is though, because the thing is, like, as far as I know, Casey Walsh here does not like Snyder Cut.
Well, he doesn't like the fans.
He doesn't like
the Snyderverse fans. He's very much
yeah. I fully expect like Bleeding Cool to talk about this, like Rich Johnson. They're going to sit there, who knows, maybe bounding into comics or Cosmic Book News. This is probably going to end up getting blown the F up, to be honest with you. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's like there's clear inspiration and that's fine. Okay. Oh, Casey Walsh hates light cast and the cultured nerd. Oh yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Also, Rhea here says, help get our girl Saggy to 1K. Yeah, that's true. She got to 1K, and then for some reason, everyone unsubscribed. I wonder who told them to do that.
Probably you.
I did, actually, but I was joking. I didn't think they'd listen to me. I'm nobody. But anyway, no, that's pretty goddamn funny. I don't know. This is like I said this the other day. I think Warner's here's the thing. If Casey, if these guys, if these people with industry contacts start getting mad and like getting really stinky over this kind of stuff, expect Warner Brothers to come down with the banhammer.
I mean, I would hope not, because that could raise all hell if they decide to put the banhammer on this thing.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it would probably raise all hell.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's a good idea to like strike this thing down, because you're just going to piss off a lot of fans.
Well, but the thing you have to remember, RJ, okay, this is how it works when it comes to trademark law, is if you do not defend your trademark, you can lose your trademark.
I understand that, but Ryan on the stream, I talked to him about this on Mad Max's channel. He said that they already got lawyers that are looking into stuff, and they say that they're fine right now. Like, no one's going to be coming against them.
True. At the same time, Ryan does create artwork to sell that is not copyright friendly on Teespring until it gets booted down. Like, I'm just saying, it's like, I like Ryan and he makes good stuff, but it's like, when it comes to copyright within elements of this fandom, people don't always respect it. So, I mean, and the thing is, here's the thing is they can get lawyers. How much, what is the budget on this thing? That's my question. Who's funding this thing?
A lot of it is undisclosed.
Yeah. Well, I think that should be something. I do. I think that should be something. Why isn't that information being talked about? Who is bankrolling this thing? Is Zach bankrolling it from behind the scenes? He seems to be supportive of it. I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just asking. It's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? Like, this is clearly a very, they're aiming for very high quality. That requires time and effort. And people are going to need to be paid for their work. or it maybe not the artist, but whoever's going to be doing your sound mixing and your editing and all of your legal. If they've already got lawyers looking at it, that's billable hours. That is money. Who is financing this? That should be the question people are asking.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll see how things progress with this thing in the coming months. I mean, if it does get completed and finished, I'm not for sure when they said it was coming out. I think Q3, 2021 or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know when they're. Saggy says that she's financing it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm gonna keep an eye on this thing. I am interested in this. I know some of the people personally involved with this, and I want to succeed, obviously, for them because I know they're doing it out of passion and like love. It's not something they're
No, I don't think people are coming. The thing is, here's the thing. A lot of times, okay, when it comes to nonprofits, do you know what keeps nonprofits going? It's not the money, it's the volunteers. That's what keeps nonprofits floating. Because the money that they get that's for the administrative work as well as paying the salaries generally isn't enough. And so what they need to find out a way to they need volunteers in order to keep it flowing. So then my question is, this again, it's nonprofit. What exactly is going to be going on with this? I just want to know who's financing it. That's where I'm at. I just want to know who's financing.
Yeah. No, I get you.
So there's that on that one. And that's, let me just clip this. I'm clipping this one out. All right. So yeah, we're cool on that. We are cool on that one.
Now it's time to watch some cringe.
Let's watch some cringe. Let's watch some cringe, you guys. Let me just bring this up here. Oh my God. All right. I just happened to see here. Okay. Her name is Mariko Tamaki.
I think it's Tamaki. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
you know
no.
what sucks though? I liked some of her work. I know Harley Quinn Breaking Glass is pretty good, so I don't know what the hell happened with this.
Well, it could be a whole bunch of different things, RJ. We don't quite know just yet, but let's.
Saggy says she likes this.
Saggy.
Look at her comments.
All right, I take back my comment to support Saggy.
I like the I'm Not Starfire. I think it's an interesting story.
Sure, sure, that's an interesting story. All right, fine. It's I'm not my mother. Yeah. Could be
boy. I get it. Look at that ratio, by the way.
I didn't even see it. Let me just take it back out here. God damn it. Fucking come on, you stupid bastard. There we go. Oh no. 16,000.
Yeah, the comments covering it up though.
Hold on. Sorry, let me get the comment off the screen. And the comments have been turned off for this.
I can't imagine why. Only 68,000 views, but 16,000 dislikes.
Yeah. I wonder where they're all coming from, to be honest with you. But this right here is not the best look right off the bat.
Yeah, that's why does Starfire's daughter look like this is my question.
I know, who was her dad? Was it a pug? I don't get that.
Well, I thought Starfire and Nightwing were a thing.
I mean, I understand that, look, when it comes to superheroes, when you start talking about genetics and stuff like that, generally speaking, they don't have bad ones. It's not this is not a thing. This is not a thing. Okay, here. This is what the artist looks like in real life.
Oh yeah, the writer.
The writer. Yeah, sorry, the writer. Yeah.
Yeah, the artist is a Japanese person. I think.
Sorry. The writer looks like this. I mean, it's not 100%, but man, there are some vibes you can feel coming out of that.
Oh boy. By the way, the trailer is narration, which I can't wait for you to listen to.
Yeah, I know. I think I saw part of this on Twitter. All right, let's see who's narrating it. Who's narrating it?
I don't think it says.
Let's see here. Comes a story about Mandy, the daughter of a super famous superhero Starfire. Like, but just look at this like thumbnail here. Oh, you guys can't see it.
Yeah, the
Hold on.
thumbnail's not appealing.
Hold on. Let me upload the thumbnail because you guys got to see this thumbnail. It's like you can kind of see it right there, but like you got to see it in higher resolution because it's absolutely god awful. I mean, like this is the thing. Like I understand like comics are for everyone. I get that, but like no. Here it is right here.
Oh, look, that's Mandy as a little girl next to Starfire. That does not look right.
Oh no. I mean, like,
why does that look like Honey Boo Boo?
It looks a little bit like that. Yeah, like Starfire on the cover of Vogue. I don't get it. It be cray cray. It be creepy. And hold on here. We got a defender coming in who wants to get in on the action. Saggy Melons wants to get in on the action, folks.
Okay, no. Pause before you even play this, because first of all, you give me a hard time because I said I like it. Listen, I understand where this is going, right? You see her with as a child with her mom looking just like her mom. She's rebelling. She doesn't want to be like her mother. That's the whole concept. Teenagers rebel against their parents. That's why she went for the goth look. Whenever you see goth people, remember back in the day in school when you see the goth kids, you're like, oh, they're definitely rebelling against their parents. That's basically the whole concept, because Starfire is a superhero who has powers. She's dope. She's a superhero. And her daughter's like, I'm not going to ever be like my mom. That was the point. So I understand where they were going with this.
Not look like this though, or it's a little embarrassing.
Why? I mean, again, she's supposed to be the exact opposite of her mother. Her mother's thin and beautiful, and she's a little plus size, and she's goth. So I mean, I don't get the rage. I don't right. Like, I don't get the
writing is the problem. The writing does not look good.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know the story. Well, I know the story, but I don't know.
Let's find out the story, Saggy.
Okay, let's watch it together. Let's watch it together.
Yeah. Come on.
Watch it.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's hear. Oh, let me make sure I'm on the right page again.
I'm Mandy. All my life, I've been the kid of a superhero. But really, I'm like the opposite of my mom, Starfire. She can fly and shoot star bolts. I can't do any of that. Now, Blackfire, my evil aunt, shows up and tells me it's time to meet my fate. So now I have to battle her for the throne of Tamarin, wherever that is. And since I'm not my mother, what happens next is going to be totally messed up.
I have thoughts, but I'm going to be the gentleman, and I'm going to allow the lady to go first. So RJ.
Oh, me. Oh,
do you think? Did you get some Maya Rudolph vibes off of that woman?
No, I got Sephiroth vibes when she was in the armored suit.
Sephiroth.
It looked like like a little plump female version of Sephiroth.
Oh, that's so mean, dude. She's got body images. What are you doing?
Pull it up. Pull up the image of her in the armor. That's Sephiroth. That's Sephiroth.
I know.
It does kind of look like Sephiroth.
God, get rid of the pause button, stupid YouTube. Yeah, no. Here we can kind of see it. Oh no! Look at that. All the. Wait, hold on. Is this like a,
That's a man.
Yeah. That's a man. That's a man, yeah. But is that Starfire behind her?
I guess I think they get captured, and she has to fight without her mother to fight for the Tamaranian throne.
She just looks like lost, She just looks like so.
But that's the thing. I understand. Like, people were like, oh, why? But it's like, why does it matter? It's somebody making their own story based. Like, there's so many different artists that do these characters in different ways. Why is the story? I don't understand the outrage. And like I said, I just
think why Starfire?
Because she's a beautiful maybe
the artist, why couldn't
she's
be
a
like an
beautiful
original
woman.
Well, I'm just saying, why couldn't this be like an original comic that's has no ties to a beloved character that people don't want to see in a situation like this?
Is it just me, or is she implying that Starfire's a bad mother?
No, she's just rebelling against her mom because, like I said, her mom is this beautiful superhero, powerful, person, and it explains it in the trailer where she's like, "My mom has all these powers. She could shoot lasers out of her eyes, and I can't." So she's already
$10 says the story ends with her getting powers.
hold on, but the premise is that she's trying to live up to her to be like her mother's expectations. Now she has to fight for the throne of Tamaran. Like, I understand the premise where she has an amazing mom and she's trying to, you know, she has to live in her mother's shadow. I understand the story. It's a kind of a very obvious storyline. So
But
with that
she's
said,
able to break a locker.
yes, she has super strength, but she doesn't have all of her mother's powers. So she has to live up to her mother's suit, like, you know what I'm saying? She's got to be the successor.
Well, they're kind of like saying like she doesn't have any powers at all. Is kind of how they're playing it.
I just want to know who the dad is. I hope it's not Nightwing. Because Nightwing would not have allowed this unless he died or something.
Lord Slugger says Grayson probably got cucked. Oh, that's cool-blooded, dude.
Here's what I'll say. I
here's the
think
thing.
the story's interesting. I'm just worried about the execution.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone's harping on the character being fat, and it's like, is that what the problem is? Is because she's fat? Is that what it is? Like do all of us, like, my mother was amazing, like stunningly beautiful. And I was, you know, very envious of my mom. She was very skinny. I was a little thicker. So what does it matter if she doesn't look like exactly like Starfire? You know, it's literally just she's fat. She's fat and she doesn't look attractive. That's their problem.
Well, you know, I here's the thing with that. I actually agree with you on that one. All right, I do. I think that is like
That's
understand.
probably a crutch for a lot of reasons why people are attacking this. I will agree.
Well, it's like, again, there's probably I understand like the teenage rebellion against the mom and being different, but you can't deny though that there is a bit of a striking resemblance between the two. You
Right,
know,
but so what?
So
Because
it's like
here's the thing.
it's kind of like Stephanie Meyer is Bella, you know, in Twilight, and then Edward is like the guy from high school that like treated her like shit, but she so desperately wished he would fuck her.
Well, here's the thing. Here's a fun fact about me that most people might not know. I used to write a lot. I used to be a writer. I used to write a lot of fan fiction, and I would always insert myself, and it would always be inspired by inserting myself into a character in that universe. That's where I would get my inspiration to write. So every story I write has me as a character in it, and usually, sometimes, as the main character. So it's not uncommon for people who are writers to insert themselves into their art. And maybe she's a fan of Starfire, and she came up with this story and did insert herself. But again, why is that a problem? Writers do it all the time. Writers insert themselves in stories all the time.
No,
So
they do, but it's I think it's a concept here. I know this is like a teen.
Well, it's probably Comicsgate bull crap too, and a lot of like wokeite, and they think it's woke and stuff. I mean, God, look how many videos Clownfish TV have made on this book already.
Oh, have they?
I think they made like 3 or 4 at this point.
Oh, yeah. Was it Starfire got woke? I don't know. They need to do something to put some solve on.
Oh, they'll have plenty to talk about next week though when He-Man comes out.
The last sane one is basically saying the same thing. It's like, who cares what she looks like, and who cares if the writer inserted herself into this character? It's first of all, there are so many versions and stories of Starfire out there that many different people wrote, and yes, you might like those better, but this is just a story by somebody who wants to tell her story the way she wants to tell it. Now, again, people are saying it's woke. We don't know it's woke. Why is it woke? Because she's fat?
Probably.
It's because she's different. So it's woke because she decided to put a character that's different than the norm. It's not woke.
Well, I'll say this. I think people are very much caring about a comic that no one's probably going to read anyway. These people are going to buy it day one to read it. You know, They're talking about it because, you know, it drives clicks because it's like very easy target to gang up on.
But here's the thing, Just Mars. Why does it matter if she puts herself in the comic? Many writers put themselves in books. It's not uncommon. It's a normal thing, and it's not that big of a deal.
I think for me, what it is like I don't care that she's a rotund goth teenage girl. All right, like I again, if the story's good and it backs it up, then that's cool.
Right.
My concern with it though is like, I mean, granted, people will give me shit because I got this when I criticized Space Jam. They're like, you're a 40-year-old man. What are you doing criticizing this young adult thing? It's like I still want good stories for people. The story the trailer like I'll tell you this. I just find the characterization in the trailer to be very annoying. And like if that's, you know, I know it's a graphic novel. They're not going to probably do a motion comic, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I might, you know, I might head down to my local Barnes and Noble, you know, and like give it a read.
I'll read it, but I might not buy it. I'll just read it and sit down.
But this is what I mean. Like it's like we don't know if the story is going to be good. It could be a really amazing story. We don't know, but people are just judging it based on from what it looks like on the outside. How many times have we like judged something with how it looked and it was surprisingly good? So I think in fairness,
maybe it's an allegory for the story all along.
But here's the thing: before I hopped on,
she's going to be an ugly duckling. How much you want to bet? She's going to be an ugly duckling.
Right, but here's the thing. You RJ, you and Jarbo were about to just dunk on this thing before I hopped on. And what was your reason for dunking on it besides, you know, before you even saw it? All Jarbo did was look at the pictures and was like, nope.
Well, I looked at it, it just didn't look appealing to me.
Right. Why didn't it look appealing?
To be honest, I think it's a story that does not need to be involved with the Starfire character. I think it's just, you know, a bad idea.
Your issue is because she's a fat, ugly chick.
Just
say it. Because that's what it is. Because that's what everyone's problem is. She's fat, so it's woke. Because it's about body positivity. It's woke. We don't even know if that's the message. Seems like the message to me at first glance is that she's rebelling against her super hot, powerful superhero mom. And now she has to fight for the crown of Tamaran when she didn't want to. That's what I took from it. But everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's fat and ugly. Holy shit. What Starfire had an ugly baby. Holy crap. Like, yeah, ugly babies happen, guys. It happens.
Oh, no, I get that. I'm not one to judge on other people's body sizes. I mean, just look at
I was an ugly baby. No, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, like, I'm just saying it just does not look appealing to me. And I don't think it needed to be the Starfire character.
Right, but see what Jess Mars said? Just said it. Jess Mars said, the art style in general, I'm not a fan of it. That's a good criticism. That's an understandable, reasonable criticism. That's why you don't like it, because the art style is gross. Now, the character is what everyone's bitching about. I've seen all the comments. Why does her daughter look like that? Why does she have to be fat? Why? People are going to start redrawing her. I've seen it. People redrew her to be skinnier, and I'm like, why does it matter? The story is she's supposed to be the exact opposite of her mother. She grew up to be the exact opposite of her mother because she had to grow up watching her mom be this amazing, powerful, beautiful person, and that's just not her.
So are you trying to say that Starfire is a bad mom?
No, I'm not saying she's a bad mom. I'm saying that the responsibility of being a hero and passing that on down to your children, when your children might not have powers or might not want to take that mantle up. It's basically one of those stories of I have an awesome parent and it makes me feel pressure that I have to be just as good, if not better than her.
So what you're basically saying is that this entire plot is just the same one as Space Jam: A New Legacy?
Wait, what?
She hasn't seen the movie yet. So she hasn't.
Because it's effectively this that you just described the plot to Space Jam: A New Legacy.
No, well, I'm sorry, spoiler.
It's not a spoiler alert. You watch the trailer. It's like, you know, Dominic James, right? LeBron's kid's like, Daddy, I want to make video games. He's like, you gonna play basketball.
Right. By the way, Carlos, you're wrong. When you say no one cares about the girl being fat, it's about the art style. No, you're wrong, because I literally seen the comments when this first became announced where people were literally criticizing the character for being fat. That's literally
no, there was a lot of people complaining that she looked that way.
There was a lot of people who complained about what Starfire's daughter looked like. People even, like, artists redrew the character to be skinny. So don't tell me that nobody cares, because a lot of people do care that she's fat.
Yes. And on that note, I do have to dip out. My apologies, but I got some things to take care of. Thank you, Matt, for having me.
Sure. Thanks for coming on, man.
Saggy, take care of Jarbo. Make sure you don't burn the house down.
Whoa. Slow your roll.
take care. Yeah. Like,
he's taken. Like, whoa. I think he saw that picture of that Starfire's daughter, and he's like, I gotta go and take care of myself.
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
She's the snack.
Yeah, he's the snack.
You two are
Hold on,
ridiculous.
wait. Can anyone Photoshop Maya Rudolph to look like Starfire?
Do it.
Stop! Don't.
That would be
nobody do that.
Do it.
If somebody, I will pay someone to do that. I'll give you $10.
I don't know how to do it. Saggy could probably make it happen on one of her apps.
If you really want to make it,
I
go
can deep
DM
fake
Boss
it.
Logic. Yeah, go do Boss Logic.
I'll deep fake it. I got
There we go. There we go.
No,
she's gonna
don't deep fake it. Don't deep fake it, please.
I'm deep faking it tonight. Yep.
Yeah, Matt here says yes, do it. Jess says loot it.
And no, this is not count
Yes.
as another.
Yes.
This does not count as another W for Saggy. I have an appointment to play with a friend online, do some stuff. I just came on to talk about the motion comic.
All right.
You'll act like Saggy likes to bully me or own me or something.
No. She's
I'll bully
no.
you. You're full of
It's
crap.
been illegal to own anyone since 1865, dude. Come on, catch up.
Oh, jeez. All right, peace out.
Oh, it's sad because I'm gonna definitely get a Maya Rudolph deep fake for RJ.
Do that. Yeah, that'd be funny. We'll make that a thumbnail. So anyway, I did. So this particular graphic novel was announced back in November of I think like they gave you I guess they announced it back in 2019, but they gave the official description last year. And so so I guess this is how they kind of define it. You know, we got a bit of this from the trailer, but the bigger breakdown is 17-year-old Mandy is not her mother. The daughter of Starfire and high school outcast, Mandy is constantly trying to get out from under the shadow of her bright, bubbly, scantily clad, and famous mother. Dyeing her bright orange hair black and sticking close to her best friend Lincoln, Mandy spends her days at school avoiding Teen Titan superfans and trying to hide her feelings for the gorgeous, popular, perfect Claire. While Mandy usually avoids spending too much time with her alien mother, she's been particularly quiet as she's keeping one major secret from her. Mandy walked out of her SAT. While Mandy continues to tell Lincoln her plans of moving to France to escape the family spotlight and not go to college, she secretly hides a fear of not knowing her identity outside of just being the daughter of a superhero and who she will become. But when she is partnered with Claire to work on a school project, their friendship develops into something more, and a self-confidence unknown to Mandy begins to bloom. Claire seems to like Mandy for being Mandy, not the daughter of Starfire. But when someone from Starfire's past comes to disrupt Mandy's future, this would be Blackfire, right? Mandy must finally make a choice: give up before the battle's even begun, or step into the unknown and risk everything. I Am Not Starfire is a story about mother-daughter relationships, embracing where you came from while finding your own identity and learning to be unafraid of failing, if it was even failing in the first place.
Okay, so it's woke.
I mean, like, yeah, she goes goth and like dyes her hair and, you know, and then I don't know. Like,
I don't think it's the worst type of synopsis. Like, I think I'm gonna give it a chance because it's like this. I think it's something that's trying to relate to this generation.
Sure.
And I'll give it a chance because I think I understood that message, the first part for the record, with the whole mother-daughter relationship immediately. So I'm gonna give it a chance, and I'm hoping that the story is good. And if it's crap, then it's crap.
Can I touch upon something that I find to be rather stereotypical?
What?
Like, if you take a look at her and then you're like, you look at her and you go, okay, she's goth and she's this and whatever. And then it's like that, you know, oh, she's in love with a girl named Claire. Like, yeah, okay, I can see it. Like, it's not like, is it gay for the sake of being gay? Or like, is it just because that is, you know, is it trying to check a box somewhere? I don't know.
I don't think it's trying to check a box. I think it's just a story. I don't know. What is the sexual orientation of the writer? Because maybe
that's what I'm looking up right now. And I just want to be clear. None of that actually matters. Okay. Like, none of it matters whatsoever in regards to anything. I just think it's kind of fascinating because what you've got is, you know, like the way the character is designed, you can just kind of go, yeah, it comes across like a lesbian stereotype. And it's like, is that when you talk about like inclusion and diversity and things like that, how much of it kind of does it,
Right.
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, people who are gay are normal. It's normal to be gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay, and we need to treat being gay as being normal. But in all these situations, it always kind of comes out like the kid's usually gay in these kind of stories. And it just kind of feels like it's a standard trope in this kind of stuff. Maybe I'm overgeneralizing, and that could be the case. But it's like you watch, it's like, okay, is it gay for the sake of the character, or is it gay because you just want to like check a box?
I check in boxes. What? Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You're like checking out. What are you, gynecologist?
Yeah, I need to make sure it's all good down there.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
by the way,
geez.
I did you get it?
And Mariko Tamaki is in fact gay.
Yeah, see, so it's a full it's a self insert fully.
Yeah, she actually posted here on Twitter at the coming out day, or National Coming Out Day, on Twitter last year, says, hold on, let me get the image up here. Just so we have confirmation of it. It's just so you guys know I'm doing my due diligence and stuff. If I could get to the file folder.
Search history.
No, my search history is fine.
I don't believe
you have this weird obsession with my search history. Anyway.
I really do. I'm gonna see it someday.
So yeah, it's National Coming Out Day, and I am gay. I came out when I was 18. Totally worth it. Cool. So yeah, now we're seeing that there is very much a self-insert, and we're seeing that it's very much her probably struggles when she was a kid.
Right. Maybe this is a story about her, but she just brought it with a Starfire thing because she's a fan of Starfire. So, I mean, I'm not gonna call it woke, and I'm not gonna sit there and bash it. I'm gonna give it a chance. And by the way, I tagged you on something on Twitter.
Oh no! Oh, I see it. Hold on, I'm getting ready to bring it up here.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure if you noticed.
Yeah, no, I saw it. All okay. Right. So what we got here is Saki has already delivered on the Maya Rudolph as Starfire. I'm just gonna leave that up there for the rest of this conversation, by the way.
Yes, do it, because it's beautiful.
And that, of course, is something that is just for RJ. That is for RJ.
Yeah.
Snackalicious, RJ. Snackalicious.
Snack.
Rel here says Jarbo's search history is adult films with amazing character development.
That's true. I believe that. I'm telling you guys, he's got some very probably weird shit that he searched.
Hold on here. Shiftygism says you never go full self-insert.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I get it. A lot of people out there aren't huge fans of it.
But here's the thing: how many good movies and stories were told that were based on people's actual life experiences? Like, hold on a second. Have you guys seen Big Mouth?
Yeah, I haven't seen season 4, but yeah, I've seen Big Mouth.
So you know that Nick Kroll created. Nick Kroll. I'm tired. He created the show because it's based on his experience growing up and dealing with puberty. Like a lot of shows. He full inserted himself into Big Mouth. All of the characters are there. They use their real names. So yeah, it's you can go full insertion if your story that you tell is good. Yeah, shut up. I know what I said.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you, but I also think it's context, right? So if you're doing a show about puberty, about being a teenager, being a preteen, really, an adolescent going through puberty and the emotions you experience and how you kind of manifest those into what's known as a hormone monster, all the while you and your friends are exploring your body and literally coming on everything, is a little bit different than going like, let me just put myself in like as the daughter of the superhero and then write a whole story about how my high school years were shit. And then I had to go out and fight my like how much you want to bet Blackfire in this case is going to probably end up being like some kind of, I don't know anything about the character, but probably going to end up being some kind of like fundamental, just like fundamentalist or something, fundamentalist.
But what I'm saying is, like, even if, again, this is a full insert of the person writing the story, we've seen it many times in entertainment. It happens, and we love it. Like, we love it. It's entertaining. So why, again, I maybe it's just me. I don't see the big deal of somebody writing a story of a character that we know and love, but it's just another story. Just like I said many times, all of these characters have numerous different stories and different versions of how their lives end up or how they start. The origin stories always change. They end up with different people. They have children, they don't have children, they die, they live. It's all just different stories. So again, it's not like if they're taking a character and just saying, we're changing the story, this story is canon. It's not canon. Just take it as another story told by somebody else who just wants to tell it.
No, I get that. I get that. I think it's just yeah, Shifty Gizmo, I totally get what you mean here, man. It's yeah, I know the Tropic Thunder joke you're trying to make.
Never go full moo.
I don't know. I'm just I mean, I'll give it a read. I don't know this woman's writing at all.
I heard from what I've heard, RJ. See, this is why we should have kept RJ. But RJ said that she's written other books before that were very, very good. That's why he said he was confused about this one. So I think if RJ knows or has read other works by her and was like, yeah, she's done really amazing writing before. So why would this be any different?
Yeah, I don't know, but she apparently now is she is the first female-led writer of Detective Comics. So she was in January of this year. She was so she's part of like their I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I haven't read anything that she's done. She wrote an issue of Tomb Raider. She did like X-23 in 2018. She did the Harley Quinn Breaking Glass, which is what I think RJ
I think that's what
RJ
was talking about, yeah.
Yeah, she did one called Spider-Man and Venom Double Trouble that came out last year.
So clearly this is her thing, is she's writing all these different stories about superheroes, and this is just one about Starfire. So I guess she's part of this. That's why she's writing the story, and maybe this is one of the stories and one of the characters she wanted to insert herself in. So again, more context and information comes out, the more I'm like, I don't see what people's problem is other than the fact that the character is a fat chick.
Well, so she also wrote this book called The Harley Breaking Glass. This is the storyline of this. With just $5 in a knapsack to her name, 15-year-old Harleen Quinzel is sent to live in Gotham City. She's not worried, though she's battled a lot of hard situations as a kid and knows her determination and outspokenness will carry her through life in the most dangerous city in the world. And when Gotham's finest drag queen, Mama, takes her in, it seems like Harley has finally found a place to grow into her most true, with her new best friend, Ivy, at Gotham High. But when Mama's drag cabaret becomes the next victim in a wave of gentrification that's taking over the neighborhood, Harley's fortune found another turn. Now Harleen is mad, turning her anger into action. She is faced with two choices: join activist Ivy, who is campaigning to make the neighborhood a better place to live, or team up with her anarchist friend Joker, who plans to take down Gotham one corporation at a time. And they call it a coming-of-age story about choices, consequences, and how a weird kid from Gotham goes about defending her world for herself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is Harley Quinn fat?
Let me see.
What's she look like, though?
Well, this is her as a teenager. So
but is she a fat teenager? Is she goth? Does she shop at Hot Topic?
I'm gonna say yeah. Probably probably shops at Hot Topic. Let me see if I can find a better image of that.
But is she fat?
That's
right. Is she a thick Quinn? Thank you, Bradley. I love you. Is she thick Quinn?
Jesus Christ.
What? I need to know.
Oh my
These
God.
are important questions. Come on, give me the thickness.
Give you the hold on here. Jesus Christ. Is she thick? No. I guess no. I don't. The normal body type, I guess, for a teenager that's living with a drag queen in Gotham.
Oh, so she's not fat. Thank you.
So
That's probably why it was successful and nobody thought it was woke.
I don't know if it was considered woke or not.
So it's like is fat people the new woke? Because I'm very confused. Somebody educate me.
Well, I mean, in our society, we generally tend to view fat people as having no value. I mean, that's not true, but we kind of tend to do that.
I have value. My fat's worth a lot of money on the black market.
Okay. I don't quite know.
Hello, stumping him.
I don't know. There's just like I'm looking through some of the pages on this stuff, and it just looks kind of dumb. To be honest with you.
Well, RJ liked it.
Well, yeah. That doesn't necessarily surprise me though.
Yeah, but he hates this, so I'm just trying to understand y'all because I don't see much wrong with the story. It seems like I've already predicted it, so it's like whatever. But my only issue is the problem is because homegirl got some cankles because I don't know, cankles can be sexy, but I guess not Starfire's daughter when she has cankles, and I wear black lipstick, so I don't know. But I don't have cankles, so I don't.
Okay. I don't know. This conversation literally just went to like whether or not, anyone here who's like a cankle enthusiast is probably like immediately like searching wiki feet or something. Saggy Melon's wiki feet. I
don't have cankles, I promise you.
I don't care.
But I do wear black lipstick.
That's so fine. I'm happy. I'm happy for you that you.
And I'm kind of thick.
Again, more power to you.
I could be Starfire's daughter right now.
Are you self-inserting into your to your commentary here? You're like, no, yes. I see myself in this.
I see myself in this.
And Matt here says thick thighs save lives.
They do. They clap. It sucks having thick thighs because I don't have a thigh gap. So when I wear like dresses or skirts, I have to wear like shorts that protect my thighs from grinding against each other. It's really a problem.
That sounds like a problem. Yeah.
It does. It hurts. It's not fun.
It's like Spanx, right?
Yeah. You gotta wear little spankies under there because it just.
There you go.
The friction hurts.
So movies, ladies and gentlemen, fucking movies. I think we keep this topic into the fucking ground. Anyway, at least we got this excellent Maya Rudolph gift, and that's fantastic. So we can always embarrass RJ with it, which is great.
Yes, forever.
And he'll hate us for it, 100%. So there is I guess we could say really like one more thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Let me just bring it up here.
Do I know about it?
Yeah. Well, it's about Space Jam.
Oh, did you really watch it?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday. It was terrible.
Okay, Max liked it.
I know. He's all like, "Ah, you're just a hater. I really liked it." Like, shut up, Max. Like, shut up.
God. Okay, what do we got here?
So but more or less, it's just like the headline here kind of explains it. Space Jam: A New Legacy was actually only estimated to earn $20 million this weekend, and it blew away Black Widow with $32 million. Because Black Widow only made is only looking to make like 25, 26 million this weekend. And so that's actually a good sign for Warner Brothers because they're going to have the number one, which means that there's clearly the LeBron brand has done well on a weekend where it's available to watch on HBO Max. So even though
I don't know if I believe that.
Hold on. Resident Justice here says, ha ha ha, Matt was wrong. RJ was right. Space Jam is a hit.
Do the thing.
I don't have it up. I closed it.
Nah, damn it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Damn it. Here's the thing. It did well. It did well. There's no denying that it did well. It absolutely did well. Even though I think that the movie was god awful I mean, like so many. Here's my thing with this movie, Saki, and I thought about this today, and that's like, look, Warner Brothers has a litany of children's based entertainment that it has the IP rights for, and they make appearances in this movie. They make cameo appearances in this movie. But at the end of but when they go to when they go to the different worlds of DC or worlds of Warner Brothers in order to reclaim the team, they go to The Matrix, which is R-rated. They go to Austin Powers in The Spy Who Shagged Me, which is PG-13 and still aimed for a much older audience. And that audience that they're aimed at now wouldn't understand what Austin Powers is, never mind all of the sexual references in that movie, those trilogy of films. They go to Casablanca, which, like, for one, I love Casablanca. But they go to Casablanca, and it makes, like, no sense to go to Casablanca because kids aren't going to know it, and parents of those kids probably aren't going to know it either. And then they go to the Rick and Morty make an appearance.
Right.
And it's like, like the Game of Thrones is a big part of it, where the first world they show you, like the first thing they really do is they show you they show, they try to digitize LeBron into Batman and Robin, where, LeBron is Mr. Freeze and he kills Batman. And then they go to the Game of Thrones world where, like, he's called Drogo and he's like flying a dragon. But then when they go into the serververse, the first world that they pass by is Westeros. It's Game of Thrones.
Right.
And again, that's TVMA. That shit deals with incest and all sorts of, like, there's a whole subplot where they take a dude's dick off.
See, I had these same concerns, and the answer I got was, yeah, but that's for the adults because the adults have to drag their kids to this movie, so that's for them to see and reference, not the kids.
But why is it though that in a kids movie, and like I said yesterday, Jess here backs it up. Space Jam should just be renamed HBO Max the movie because that's what it feels like. Geeks here saw it in theaters and on HBO Max. I'm so sorry, Geeks. I don't know. Like, are you okay? I hope you're fine.
He has nieces. He has nephews and nieces, I believe.
Okay. No. Let's see. It was the kids. It was the kids on the show. LOL. Game of Thrones is for kids. Yeah, pretty much. And it's not just one. It's several. Like they absolutely played up the R-rated, PG-13 R-rated villainy. Enemy, the bad guys in the Warner world. They went to Mad Max Fury Road, for crying out loud. That's an R-rated movie. That's not aimed for kids. But every time they went into these other properties, they didn't go into the Flintstones or the Jetsons or the Hanna-Barbera verse, because even though last year Scoob just came out and they're working on they're working on developing Scoob 2 right now, which is meant to establish a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe sort of thing. They ignored almost all of their actual properties, like their actual children-based properties, in order to focus on the adult side of things. And I know there's the thing there for the parents. I get that. But when it's like everything is for the parents, what was there for the kids? Because kids these days, they don't really know Looney Tunes.
The cartoon aspect was for the kids. Anything animated was for the kids. Doesn't matter what it was. It was animated. That was for the kids. By the way, RJ, I don't believe that it was 32 million out, but I don't believe people probably watched it more on HBO Max. I don't believe that that was the theatrical numbers.
No, that is the theatrical number, because those numbers are actually those numbers are reported through a few different companies.
They're lies. They're all those companies are liars.
They're not. I used to have to call them and give them our totals. So
they're lies. I'm not believing it.
Yeah, well, I know.
I want to see your search history.
Because I've done it.
No, I don't believe you. I think you're actually a lizard that is typing on the computer, and you actually ate the real Matt Jarbo.
That might explain like something, actually, but we'll talk about that later. Now, Lord Slug here says, it was crazy seeing Rick and Morty, especially after last week's episode with the killer giant sperm, horse people, and of course, giant incest baby. And yeah, the kids who watch it, and they're like, oh, who is what's it called? Who Who is Rick and Morty in that scene
Wait.
in the movie?
So here's the thing though, is that for some reason young kids know Rick and Morty. And the weird thing is, I don't know if you saw it, but it was somewhere, I don't know if it was in Vegas, but some state, they had a special like deal with I think it was shoot, was it Wendy's? I think it was Wendy's. Was it McDonald's? Okay.
Szechuan sauce?
Yeah, no. It was Wendy's. So they had a special deal with a certain location where they like totally Rick and Morty'd everything. Like the menu was changed. You could get a Frosty. It was Wendy's. You can get a pickle Rick Frosty, and then you can go in like this little inflated Rick mouth, and you go in. There was like TV screens playing all kinds of stuff from Rick and Morty, and people were waiting like 5 hours waiting in line just to go through this drive-through that was Rick and Morty, and they brought the friggin' kids and everything, and it was like, Rick and Morty's not even for kids. Why are you like? I didn't understand. They had Rick and Morty toys for the kids and everything. So I'm like, it's weird that even though Rick and Morty isn't meant for kids, kids still know for some reason the parents still let the kids watch Rick and Morty or something.
Pickle Rick. God, that's pretty bad. Well, you know what it is? When I worked at the theater, we'd have like R-rated movies, and then like, you know, I think we had Kill Bill, and
Kill
like
Bill
parents would
fire.
take their kids to see it. I'm like, you know, the movie's pretty violent, right? And then the dad's like, I remember this one dad, he's like, yeah, they say worse on TV. And I kind of look, and I'm like, dude, this is 2003. No, they don't. Not what they should, like, you know, if you wait to wait 15 years, then the answer to that is, oh yeah.
Well, I was watching South Park when I was young, and I remember my uncle snuck me in to see South Park, the movie, and he immediately regretted that decision. But we sat there and watched the whole movie. I was 14 and watching, like, oh my god, oh my god, my uncle was so mortified when he took me to that movie.
Oh yeah, no, I went and saw with my friend, and because I was 17 when it came out, and I went and saw with my one friend, and then I went with my best friend who's like super Christian, and I saw it the first time with my best friend. That's how I get the whatever. But like when I got to the part with the mole, and he's all like, you know, like that's not fair or whatever. It's like, was it fair when my mother tried to tear me out of her womb, or was it tear me out with the coat hanger from when I was still in the womb? Or whatever, like he's like, fuck you, Jesus, fuck you, God, like just like that whole crazy shit. My friend got so mad at that because he's like super Christian, you know. But it's like, I'm like, oh my god, dude, like the whole movie just pushed the boundaries, hardcore back in '99. I watched it again recently, and it still holds up in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I watched it too, and I was like, I remember when I saw this, my uncle's face. The first time they started singing the songs and the stuff, he just looked at me with this like, oh my god, why did I bring this? I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Like he was mortified.
I just love it though. It's like I can still do it. It's like there are times when you may be suckered in by drugs and alcohol and sex with women, okay? But it's when we think about these things too much, they become a habit, and you must get back in touch. Mm-hmm. We can do it. It's all up to us, okay?
I love how you're snapping in the background too. You really got into that.
Oh, I love that song. I like.
I can tell.
We don't have to spend our lives addicted to crack, homeless on the streets, giving hand jobs for cash. Follow this plan, and very soon you will say it's easy.
It's
okay.
easy. Okay.
It's great. It's great.
It's a great song.
Also, Uncle Fucker is just like that's such an amazing song.
Oh, that song was the one my uncle looked at me and immediately regretted taking me there. That was the first thing that he did.
You know what cracked me up though about Brooke Shields when when Brooke Shields was on Conan, right? Mm-hmm. And it was all like, I farted once on the set of Blue Lagoon. That was Minnie Driver.
That's hilarious.
And then Conan O'Brien was voiced by Brent Spiner, who does Data on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then like George Clooney was actually in it as the doctor. he voiced the doctor. Like it was so good. Oh my god, I love South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
That was a good one. Yeah, it was a classic.
But anyway, yeah, no, I think it's I don't think Disney's lying about the 60 million, but it definitely explains the 70% drop. Black Widow dropped 70% from last weekend to this weekend. And honestly, a lot of it had to do with the fact that people were picking it up on Disney Plus, or they might be waiting to go see it. So, you know, we are in some weird places at the moment in time. with Hollywood, and we don't know really what's going to be happening now after the fact or whatever. So it's all kind of, up in the air.
It is up in the air. By the way, Tony, yes, to answer your question, I am from Boston. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Boston.
Why are you doxing yourself on my stream?
What do you mean? I've been telling people I'm from Boston. But Boston's a big city. Come find me. I'll buy you bubble tea.
You're like the Boston Strangler was the thing, but that guy was a bitch.
Yeah, he's a bitch compared to me. You find out the hard way.
Yeah. We're gonna go get in the car. We're gonna go to the mall. We're gonna go get a Dunkies.
You get a bagel.
A bagel.
Your bagel from Dunkin's. You and Dunkin's. You must miss Dunkin's.
You know what? I don't know much about Beantown. I've only been there one time. And it was like 96 was when I was there.
I appreciate you for calling it Beantown because,
I represent.
Yeah, he knows.
Gotta throw it down. Gotta throw it down,
what we call it, Beantown.
I went to Cheers.
Oh, God.
I went to a place where everyone knows my name, which wasn't just Max's stream.
Knows your name.
Sometimes I feel like when I pop in Max's stream, I feel like Norm from Cheers. But like a way less drunk Norm. Like I'm just gonna sit there and like or maybe more drunk because I like to cause trouble.
Yeah, I believe that. I 100% believe that. You always do. That's usually Enosh's stream, though, not Max's. You come in.
I know.
And then we get together, and it's just awful. It's like me and you are just awful together on that stream.
It's pretty funny, yeah. Hold on here. Min asks, do you think that the movie can still make $1 billion in this year at the box office? No, I do not.
No, I don't either.
I don't think we're going to get back to. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't think we're going to get back to $1 billion movie until Christmas 2022.
Why? What's going on? Christmas 2022.
Avatar 2.
Oh, I don't.
People out there that want to fight me on that, when they want to fight me on that, they're just going to be like, nah, like Spider-Man. I know like this, because here's the thing. It's like, look, the theaters are going to take time to ramp back up. All right. They're going to take time to get going again. People are like, look, a lot of states are open. A lot of states have the ability to go see movies. Theaters are back kind of chugging along as they were. But with the Delta variant happening now and like other people, people who are still like the vaccination rates have slowed down because like a lot of people who have got the vaccine have already gotten it. And then other, people out there are just like not wanting to do it, probably thinking, well, if everyone else is vaccinated, that means I can't get sick because they can't get sick. And that's not how it works. Because a lot of people out there are dumb and they don't listen to what's being said to them. That's important. But to be fair, calling them dumb is not going to get them to go and get vaccinated. So you can't treat it like it's an intelligence thing. But I think a lot of it is fear. And, people just need to do it because until that happens, we're going to be stuck in this rut. Mm-hmm. You want to get your life back together, like just, get vaccinated. And then like, how about you just, is it really in hinging on your freedom to just like to wear a fucking mask? I feel weird when I go to the store and I'm not wearing a mask. And that's just mostly because like I'm vaccinated, but like my kids aren't because the vaccine isn't available for children, I think under the age of 12, but it's like, we're going on vacation next year. And I'm hoping that a vaccine is going to be ready for them by that point in time, just because I want to make sure my kids are okay.
Right.
So it's like, it's not like it's the, like the end of the world here, but no, but really until people take this crap a lot more seriously in a lot of certain places, it's going to continue and that's going to ruin it and hinder it for the rest of us.
I was okay. Free money.
Yeah,
what?
Our RJ here says Spider-Man No Way Home will make it. Why are you typing all in caps right now?
He's angry. He needs his Maya Starfire.
He's like, I'm playing the Fortnite.
I'm playing Fortnite.
I'm playing the Fortnite.
I gotta get my V-Bucks. Oh shoot, I forgot to get my friggin' nephew V-Bucks. Damn it.
Oh God, no, you didn't buy your nephew digital currency that does nothing but fuel.
Listen, it makes him happy.
Okay.
What?
Cigarettes used to make me happy. I quit those eventually.
Listen, his friends got all the skins. He wants to be cool like his friends.
No. $20
$20 here and there is not going to kill me.
$20 here. You're setting a bad precedent.
Listen, I spend more than that on Apex Legends. It's $20 on Fortnite. It's nothing.
Oh my god.
Spend at least friggin' $500. Probably more.
You are the problem, Saggy. That's what's going on here.
You're the problem.
You're the problem.
You wear your mask.
I wear my mask, but I'll tell you what I'm going to show you guys because I want to get this video taken down anyway. So did you hear about the flash leaks?
I heard about them, but I didn't see
flash leaks.
Okay, what am I
had to
saying?
hunt these down. It's just some images here. The one image that I wanted to find isn't on here, but we've got Ezra in the Batcave, looking very much like Ezra in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay,
going, whatever. And then you got Sasha Calais.
I saw that.
Well, this is kind of a newer image, but I don't know. It's a green screen. Okay. You got the new Batmobile.
Okay.
And then you've got the back end of the Batmobile with Ezra right there. And that's what I got my hands on. And it's cool. I just showed you guys like 30 seconds. But the Batmobile is cool, but they also have a shot I saw tonight of the Batcave that Andy Muschietti recreated the Batcave from '89 Batman. And like, that is cool. So I really want to see how that whole thing plays out.
I was gonna say, I don't understand why they get all bent out of shape about leaks like that, because it's not spoiling really much for the final production. So I don't get why they get butthurt about it.
Well, I've been saying that Warner Brothers themselves is behind it. And I know people out there they don't want to believe me on that, but no, it's true. I think Warner Brothers themselves is definitely behind it, because these are coming in from inside the studio. These are sealed, closed off sets.
Right. So clearly somebody's leaking them. Has to be. But do they know? I mean, I don't know, because it doesn't make sense. You're right, because how are they allowing leaks like this? Leaks happen a lot, and usually it's from the production staff. So they usually have like NDAs, right, for everybody to sign. Pretty much, yeah. So they should be not allowing people to have their phones or anything when they're filming, which would make sense. So why haven't they adopted that? I don't know. It's just you probably are right. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, considering this, so looking at I'm not going to be bringing it back up, but with Barry looking all whoa, that's from the monitor. That's from the monitor. Either that's playback. I mean, you've got focal length right there, and you've got the focal distance, so it's clearly back at Video Village, which is what the director is looking at, and what Muschietti is looking at, being piped in from the camera. So they have records of all that stuff. And so that's clearly something that's either a playback or that's a live shot that someone took. And then you got the shot of, again, the same thing, screen, SC test, screen test, Sasha Calais. So that is, again, the flash cam is what they say, but this is just a screen test for the suit. So that is something that, again, is very close set. So it would be someone who's tied to the production, because this is something that's just in front of a green screen. You've got this very clear image of the Batmobile, the upgraded Batmobile in the Batcave. That's super clear. And then you've got a behind the scenes shot of the Batmobile with Ezra right in front of it. Again, the rest of the set's right there. And then you also see the different lights that are on C-stands that are illuminating what we see. And I mean, that's from someone who is literally on set. So it is entirely ridiculous to look at this and just go, yeah, no, there's nothing there. I mean, and Shiftygism here says someone at Lucasfilm was leaking stuff all the way through production. They were definitely leaking things during post-production. That is for certain. But the movie is filming right now. You know what I mean? The movie's filming literally right now. And so this is coming in from the set. I mean, look at the footage we got the other day, that really good image of Sasha Calais when she was in, up on the wire. And then the image of Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. And you see Iris West and you see, Barry Allen right there. And it's this is clearly someone on set who is taking pictures and they're putting it out there for people to see. Why would they be doing that? Because they want people to be okay with this. This movie is taking forever to get made. It's taking forever to get done. And they want people to be aware of what it looks like before they go and see the movie. I'm telling you, they want to get all their expectations taken care of.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it on purpose, just to kind of get feedback so they can change things if they need to before they finish.
Yeah. Well, Otis here says Warner's is behind it. They have paparazzi on payroll since they own TMZ. I don't know if I thought Harvey owned TMZ. Who owns TMZ?
I own TMZ.
Hold on, I type TMS. All right. Oh no, Warner Media owns TMZ. I did not know that they bought it in 2009. Holy crap.
No kidding.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Sounds about right. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, let's see here. Adam here says Warner Brothers needs people on side considering some questionable decisions, probably. Jacob here says, look at Doctor Strange 2. There were no set leaks from it. Yep. Because but they don't have to instill confidence in Doctor Strange 2. Now, there were set leaks that are photos that came out of WandaVision. And there have been some photos that have popped out from Obi-Wan. But the photos from Obi-Wan have not been of anything specific. You see Ewan McGregor and they're wearing like black ponchos. So you can't see like their costume. You can see their feet. You can see their boots. But you can't see anything else. So it's like as they're walking from their trailer to the stage, you know. So I get that. That makes some sense. But really, it's, yeah, like this is too good to not be a leak. Coming from someone close to the production, like a producer.
Right.
Who's just putting it out there as a way for people to see it. And then to, you know, it's like when they put out the image of Jared Leto as a Joker a full year before Suicide Squad came out. A lot of people were like, really, you know, it took them time to get used to it because they didn't like it at first. And then by the time the movie came out, people were used to what he looked like, and then they wanted to go see the movie. So I think this is the same kind of tactic.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
So Minmin here says, so what you're saying is that Warner Brothers still has no confidence in themselves. That's good to know. And then Jacob here says, so Warner Brothers doesn't know what they're doing. Actually, it's the exact opposite. Warner Brothers has confidence in it, which is why they're putting it out there. Warner Brothers knows exactly what they're doing because they can drop these leaks and they can start dominating the conversation. Now, do they have to come out and DMCA the things? 100%. But they are doing this because that is what they have to do, right? They're doing this because they know that they believe in it enough to where people are going to go, that looks pretty good. Who was it that said in the chat earlier? My interest in the Flash is rising. I saw someone say that.
It was probably RJ.
Maybe. No, Tony, no Collins tonight. I'm probably gonna wrap up here in a few minutes. I'm just saying it's like, you know, I'm trying to find the comment. I saw somebody say that comment. But the thing is that, yeah, that's why. If you were like hesitant to see the Flash, and then all of a sudden you're seeing like the Batcave, 89 Batman Batcave, the Batmobile. There's Barry Allen in the Batcave. So you know he's in the Batcave. It's going to be in the movie. You know all these things. So now you're formulating an opinion in your mind about what to expect. You're setting those expectations. And because these are kind of like low res photos or whatever, you can really only go up. So it gets people excited. They get talking about it. Did you see the leak set photos? Oh my God, the Batmobile. Holy shit, it's back. I have to go see this on the big screen. It's all subversive social media marketing that is being put out there by the studio to gauge public interest and to also control the conversation.
Sounds about right. And with everybody, you know, the whole Snyder stuff and everybody, you know, I think they're trying to probably test if they can even win those fans back, because remember what they said, we have a lot coming. We have all these cool stuff coming. Bear with us. And they're just like, here's some leaks. Let's see what they think.
Yeah, Basically, I mean, Zach, he fueled the thing for quite some time in order to get people to get people to talk about it and to push it out there,
Right. Get people hyped.
And that's exactly what's happening here. So it's it's literally the exact same thing, but it's just now that Warner Brothers is doing it, people are going to have different opinions. But I think, I mean, look at that bit that came out, like a week or two ago, and it was like that 30-second little video that popped up from like the Warner Media upfront, where it was like a little sizzle for the Flash, but you can tell they also shot it, probably for DC fandom as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that showed off new artwork, and there was spoilers that they put on there. Like, yeah, like the thing is I don't think that was leaked out unintentionally. That was also leaked out because there's been a lot of leaks on this property. The movie's not even done filming yet, and there's a lot of leaks. There's also a lot of leaks that came out of Suicide Squad. A lot of leaks came out of Suicide Squad, especially around the Joker. And so then the movie went on to go do over $700 million worldwide. So they're purposefully dropping things to keep people hyped and interested until it comes out. It's smart.
Yeah. I mean, I leaked when I saw the Suicide Squad. Yeah.
To be fair, though, you do the same thing when you laugh too hard. So
that's also true.
That's also true. Yeah. You walk up a flight of stairs, you leak.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
You lift something too heavy, you leak.
Listen to this man. He is wise with wisdom.
I'm just saying, like, women have like an inherent draft all the time. It's very weird.
Don't judge us.
I'm not judging.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't sure if that was judgment or
no. It's like, it feels like it's just like one of the most annoying things on the planet. It's like, I can't laugh too hard. I'm gonna tinkle my panties.
Yeah, that's actually very freaking accurate.
Yeah, that's the things they don't tell you about being a woman.
Yes, it's true.
That's very true. Yeah.
Wise man.
There we go. I live with 3 of them. I'm going to hear a lot growing up as they grow up.
God bless you.
Yeah, no shit. But on that note, I do need to wrap this thing up because I do got to start getting towards bed. Resident Justice here with the $2 super chat right at the end. Saggy Melons for Starfire. #snack. You don't get to own that, RJ. You can't take snack. That's not for you.
Yeah, that's not for you. But
that's not for you.
You should check Twitter though.
You totally just like, I still can't believe he said that. It's so funny.
I don't know what he was thinking.
It was one of those things. Anyway, guys, I'll be probably back. I don't know. I might take tomorrow night off. I might just chill out. Because I've been streaming like a lot. So anyway, you all have yourself a good day tomorrow. I'll talk to everyone later. Go subscribe to Saggy Melons. That's Saggy with a Y, Melons with a Z. Yeah, don't Google it though.
Yeah, don't Google it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I hit 1K and then I went right down to like 985. It's getting back there though.
That's good. I'll real quick. I'll drop the Discord link in the chat here if anyone wants to join the Discord. You guys can come on in.
Oh, wait, you have Discord? What the heck?
Yeah, I've had a Discord for a long time.
Nobody tells me things.
Jeez.
What? I didn't know. Nobody tells me things.
I've had a Discord for like 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, what the heck? Where was I?
I didn't know you back then. I used to have like 1,100 people in my Discord, and then I think now I'm down to like 300. We booted a lot of inactive accounts.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, you gotta do that. But all right, everyone, have yourself a great evening. Stay safe. Go watch a movie. Don't watch Space Jam because it's garbage. Go watch Fear Street because I hear